Listen, all my young black men, we gotta start standing on business. I'm not telling y'all to use violence, but the same way you will be aggressive towards your brother or hop online and talk down on these black women, do that to the white.
Please don't be aggressive to nobody. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dixon, and I talk about things on the internet that is interesting. And what we're gonna go over today is the idea of oversensitive YouTubers on the internet right now. Everybody is looking for an issue with everything that happens, and this YouTuber that we're gonna talk about today, who's a young guy that is very much establishing himself in the race relations on the internet right now, is going a little too crazy with it. Now, the first example that I saw from him that I didn't like was when he was talking about Joey Swoll and the Hulk Hogan death situation. Joey Swoll went to the gym in a Hulk Hogan costume, and this guy decided to just call Joey Swoll by his name because of this.
So it was just very weird when I seen him posting a video of him working out as the Hulk Hogan, a known racist, not a good person. And when people called Joey out, this is what he had to say.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Oh, this man used colored, bruh. This man used.
Now, guys, I am a fan of Hulk Hogan, and I did hear about the racist allegations. It was about his daughter being with a black guy or something like that.
I really thought it was fucking the black guy's son. We've been hanging out. I caught them holding hands together on Twitter, getting close to tiny bar. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, fucking here's the thing when it comes to nice people.
It wasn't a good thing that happened with Hulk Hogan. He even apologized for the whole thing. But I don't want to go out of my way to cancel people. I don't want to go out of my way to just bash people for making a mistake. He made a mistake, and even if you think that his apology wasn't sincere, you gotta realize that he apologized for that.
I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it.
It was bad. That's like, there's nothing more we could have expected from Hulk Hogan in that situation. And when there's a fan of that person that's celebrating the life of this great wrestler, but your only viewpoint on it is that this guy is a racist, it's just like, it screams cancel culture. It screams looking for problems. It just screams sensitive shit, bro. People are gonna make mistakes. People are gonna run into problems, but we shouldn't make that be the definition of them. We should allow people to grow and learn to appreciate the race relations that we have in the United States right now.
And man, it's low-key like, damn, bro. I've seen bro content I liked. I was like, okay, I thought he was a cool dude whole time, man. Boom. It makes me just, I don't think I can trust white people. Like, I know this. It's like I always got a second thought in my mind, like, do they not like me? Like, are you the type, like when I'm in stores, I'll be thinking like, are you the type of people that be online talking about black fatigue in the comments? Like,
See, when you live your life like that, you always think of a person as their race first. You will always be in that situation where you're always going to be saying is white people, is black people, is green people, is orange people. You would never see a person as just a person. Joey Swoll isn't the representation of white people. Fucking Hulk Hogan is not the representation of white people. And when people like this get famous on the internet, they tend to create bubbles around them of individuals who solely think of people as race. Individuals who everything around them is based on their race. They identify with their colors so much, and they don't even discover the individuality within the person that is them. Everybody is different. You as a black person can have more in common with a white person than another black person, and that's not a fucking crime. Joey Swoll shouldn't feel wrong for trying to honor his legend, especially if his legend made a mistake that he apologized for. Like, it's not Joey Swoll's fault. And the people that are going out there to bash him, I fully disagree with. Now, another huge example of this creator, Antonio Speaks, making race everything with anything is when this guy posted a clip of him driving around a block and got stopped by a guy who wanted to figure out what was going on. Obviously, the guy wasn't right to go to this man's car and ask him what was going on, right? Is a little nosy, but the way Antonio Speaks react to this, it's so uncalled for, bro.
Because it's not none of your business. I don't need to tell you shit. That's the crazy part, right? Because we live here.
Minding his business. I don't know why do a quick question. Why do white people, if you're white, Why do you feel like you have to take authority with everything? Like, it reminds me of like when someone's like, I don't promote stealing, but let's just say someone's stealing out of a store. Why it's like always a white person coming in, trying to save the day?
Imagine watching this if you're just like a white dude trying to wake up and go to your job in the morning, get bread for your family or something like that, and listen to this guy say this to you. Why do you always have to be a vigilante? Why do you always have to go out there and help people that might be in need if you can help them? Why do that? Why do you always have to be the savior? Is it because you're white? Like, bro, it's 2025. We gotta grow up. Like, people aren't white, black. Yes, you can say history definitely does matter and it plays a role. We can see the history, but we can't let the history make us not live and not actually grow. We should learn from history and grow with it. If everything you see is filtered through the race lens, bro, you would never live a free life. You would never live as an individual. The whole purpose of the civil rights movement and anything about equality is for people to be seen as individuals and not tribal, not in packs, not all this thing. And that is what is promoted by this kind of rhetoric that we see from these types of YouTubers. That is the division that they are selling and making a lot of people go in boxes and fight each other, right? The goal of life is to live as best you can as an individual to help the most people that you can. It's not about helping just black people or white people or this and that. I'm not going to yap too much about that. Let's talk about the most shocking one, which was Bobby Shmurda talking about his perspective as an individual on the N-word.
All my white friends, I give them I tell them there's no past. It's just a word, brother. I tell people what there's sticks and stones, okay? They be asking me how I'm so strong. I'm like, bro, I done got called everything in the world, bro. When I don't pay attention to it, that means you just talking to yourself now. You're just talking to yourself.
Okay, so when a white crowd sings along to your biggest song and they're using the N-word,
I don't give a about. Listen, I got Harriet Tubman on my arm, and I'm trying to tell you it's just a word. When everybody says in the world is just a word, they understand that what you react off of gives it power.
I'm not gonna lie, Bobby, you said a lot of factual things. Yes, it is just a word, and how we react to it is what actually holds the power. But that.
I'm not gonna interrupt anymore, but you see how he made so much sense, and then he just says, fuck that, because we want to just rage and be mad. That it feels better to do that.
Bobby, you was a rapper talking about harming your own brothers, man. Yet you want to sit around here and give your white friends the N-word pass? No. As black people, man, we are so violent and aggressive towards each other. It's been so many cases of people taking out another black man for just looking at them wrong. But yet, when a white man use the word, we supposed to turn the other cheek, man. I'm telling you, it's that internalized hate. And this,
I also don't know how that went to internalized hate. Like, what? Because person made a video and has fans that are saying, the racial slur in his video, like in his music. He was the one, obviously, that made that, and that is making him rich. That money is gonna feed his black children one day. Is gonna help his family members who are black, right? And those people are saying it. Yeah, it's not ideal, but he, as the creator, as the artist, doesn't have an issue with it. For him, it's just a word. And I will be personally honest here. Like, if you're gonna sit there and call me that word, like, bro, I feel like I'm so above your mental state that, like, it has no impact on me, right? The people that say that word to go and hurt you want your response to be tight, to be, that really has so much power over me. Like, in reality, it really doesn't have that much power at all as an individual. Yeah, if you're saying it, it's like disrespectful to my background, to the people that I look like, right? But I'm not gonna risk my freedom by going and fighting you over it and being mad over it. It really doesn't impact my life. I honestly feel sorry for you as a racist, because like, you are living in the past. Like, the world has went by you, bro. And to want to encourage black people to have this fucking one word hang over their heads for their entire lives is so dumb. The more you give white people who say that word power and influence over you, the more they're going to use it. And even if they use it too, bro, and you're always encouraging people to be mad about it, like, it just is a fucked up cycle. It's a fucked up cycle. This is the rise in overly sensitive YouTubers wanting to make everybody else overly sensitive about these things. When are we going to realize that we're all people? When are we gonna stop fighting to be equal? Like, bro, you are equal as can be. Go ahead and make something of yourself. Take actions, put things in your own hand and make a change. Go and help your community. I like what Antonio Speaks is doing by trying to help his community, taking things in his own hand and not letting other people, words that they say, things that they do, have an impact over what he does. You feel me? It's not, at the end of the day, man, it's not about all that. We're all people. People make mistakes. Hulk Hogan can make a mistake. All right? White people can be bad. It doesn't mean that every white person is bad. you know, a black person can be bad. It doesn't mean that every black person is bad. Nobody is a representation of their race. And you don't want to be a representation of your race. But if you see every white person that does something bad to a black person as a representation of white people, that's just fostering fucking hate that is so unproductive. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.